And we're streaming. San Diego Comic-Con opens this weekend. Some casting controversies and lightsaber battles in Balboa Park. All this and more this Week in Geek. And we're back. Welcome to episode 8 of the Grizzled Geek Podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Doug.
And we're here with your weekly wrap-up of all your nerd news. If the geeks are talking about it, we're going to talk about it here. And all the geeks are talking about one thing this week.
Yeah, that's it. And most of the geeks are there.
And most of the geeks are there. Sadly, we're not.
not.
But our very own Kirsten is there. So hopefully we'll have an on-site report
Yeah,
sometime next week. But yeah, Comic-Con, it's a thing. Especially if you live, yeah,
it's a big deal.
If you live anywhere close to California, you know, it's the trip to make.
Yeah,
we used to do it yearly.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, for
back when we were young, had money and cared.
Yeah, had nothing else to spend.
Had nothing else to spend money on. Yeah,
I think 5 or 6 years in a row in the 2000s we went.
Yeah,
or late 90s.
And went to the late 90s too.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, we're
mid to late 90s. That's it. Yeah.
Be nostalgic about Comic-Con.
Well, and you could actually move around.
Yeah, you could actually
on those days.
Yeah,
it was possible to get into Hall H.
Yeah, exactly.
Without camping out.
You only had to wait in a line, not camp out the night before. But yeah, so already day one today, there's a whole bunch of stuff dropped from Comic-Con already.
Right.
The great thing about it now, as opposed to the 90s when we went, like as soon as it drops to Comic-Con, you can get it on the internet.
Right.
So if there's video footage or whatever, it's usually on the internet. Same day.
Right.
So before you just had to hear about, the cool kids that went and read stories about what they saw. Like, wish I was there. All right. Right from the jump, we got 3 killer new trailers.
Well, I don't know if the first one could be called a killer new trailer.
True. Well,
it's new.
It's new. Top Gun Maverick. Now, we saw the trailer. What do we think there? Are you a Top Gun fan?
Yeah, I liked Top Gun a lot.
Yeah.
The problem is I just don't know what this movie is about or why it's needed.
You want to see your aging 80s action heroes? That's that's what movies are about nowadays.
Yeah.
Your aging 80s action heroes.
It is, yeah. And, so no idea what this movie is about, why it's happening, what the purpose of it is. I mean, it was cool footage, but nothing to make me care about the story or want to reinvest in this character.
Right.
Well, there's only one character that we really know or care about.
I mean, yeah, Goose is dead.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think one of the characters is supposed to be Goose's kid.
Oh, really?
I think. I don't know. The trailer doesn't tell you anything. And I really didn't follow any of the rumors about this movie because it really doesn't fall into geek culture, and it's not really my thing. I probably would have eventually watched Top Gun if it came out today, but I wouldn't go to the theaters to watch Top Gun.
Right.
Nowadays.
You have too many choices of movies nowadays.
There's too much.
There was a cool movie that came out. You went to see it back in the day.
Yeah, that's true. There
was
far
between. We got a comment here saying Kyoto anime is what everyone is talking about. That is true. If you go on the internet, that's pretty much what's coming out there. But
which I guess we should throw that out.
We should.
Yeah, it was pretty horrific. There's some guy, I don't know. We don't know if he was an employee. I assume he was an employee who was bitter, lit the place on fire, threw incendiaries all over, or some sort of incendiary liquid and set the place on fire. A lot of people died. He's hospitalized and arrested, but there's a GoFundMe. I guess maybe we can try and find the link and put a link down below. Yep. So if you want to support the GoFundMe to help the people out there, Philip DeFranco did a cool little bit.
Charlie Tango says it wasn't an employee.
It was?
It says not an employee.
Oh, not an employee. Oh, well, maybe it was somebody who was wanting to be an employee and got rejected or something. Who knows? They don't know.
Some horrible human being, regardless who.
Yeah, they have not released any specifics about motive or any of that kind of stuff. But anyways, keep them in your thoughts. Check out the GoFundMe if you can track it down. Philip DeFranco has a link to it if you look at his most recent video. Then you can help out if you are so inclined.
Yep. All right. Moving on from Top Gun, we also got an It 2 trailer, Chapter 2 trailer, which, again, it just looks awesome. I mean, seeing the return, seeing the actors playing the kids grown up now. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I mean, it for me was a surprise, especially because it came on the heels of Dark Tower that summer, which was such a letdown for me as a Dark Tower fan.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I kind of grudgingly went to go see it. I'm like, oh, I want to see them destroy another movie that I love, or book that I love. But they did it justice, and it was awesome. And then I can't wait for Chapter 2, and this trailer got me excited for it. But there was one trailer to rule them all that dropped today, and it was not Maverick, and it was not It, and it wasn't even the Terminator footage that dropped today from the ComicCon.
Although that was cool.
It was, in fact, Jay and Silent Bob reboot. It was an amazing Red Band trailer dropped by Kevin Smith himself. Make sure you check out Kevin Smith. Don't give those other guys the view. Check out Kevin Smith's view on it. Get him the views.
Yeah.
It is an amazing trailer, and packed with like tons of stars.
Oh my God, the cameos in it are a ton of callback cameos that are, people who have been in his movies, but so many other Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
come on.
First off, everybody who was in a Kevin Smith movie pretty much is in this.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all
just
in this.
about everyone.
And then tons of famous actor cameos because everybody loves Kevin Smith at this point. They're like,
now is the Jay's daughter? Is that?
That's Kevin Smith's daughter.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought that was.
Yeah, Harley Quinn. Yeah, she's Millennium Falcon in this. That's her name. Yeah.
She was hilarious.
Yes.
So, all right. Cool.
She's awesome. And I can't wait. This is,
we're
just reminiscing about we've been grew up on Kevin Smith and Jay and realizing that Jay is the same age as me, basically. We're like a month apart.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, how old is Jay? I'm like, holy shit, he's my age.
Yeah.
But heroin, folks. Kids don't do heroin.
Yeah.
But, all right. So that's not the only news coming out of San Diego Comic-Con today. There was a ton of news. Got a little more. Charlie Tango's got it was a. They were saying that he stole his idea. The guy who did the Kyoto anime.
Yeah.
Disgruntled, some crazy guy, and then Ben's saying he's excited about Chapter 2. Welcome back, Ben. We missed you. All right. So D.B. Weiss and David Benioff dropped out of the Game of Thrones panel for scheduling conflicts. Yeah. So this was to be their first appearance since the controversial season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Right.
And they decided they don't want to field any questions about this. So they dropped out. But they're not the only ones. The Game of Thrones panel is kind of bleeding panelists here. Ian Glenn and Natalie Emanuel, which is the whole reason I want to go, because she's my favorite.
Oh, okay.
But, they've dropped out as well. So we will see.
Yeah.
Then the big thing today was the Terminator panel, right, where they revealed, they showed the behind-the-scene footage, which actually, to be honest with you, was pretty cool. It got me a little more excited, a little more jazzed to see this movie than I was before.
Cool. Yeah.
Because before I'm kind of like, I could be burned on Terminator too much. But it's all the originals, though. Pretty much they're ignoring everything. So it's just Terminator and Terminator 2, and this is a sequel to that.
Skip to that.
Skip to this.
Skip to this.
Because,
ignore everything else.
Gen Weisses didn't happen.
Yeah.
Rise of the Machines didn't happen, all that stuff. So, and it's Tim Miller, director of Deadpool, right? And behind the scenes is him goobing about I'm directing Arnold Schwarzenegger and Linda Hamilton. I'm doing a Terminator movie, which is what we'd be doing too. We're like, oh my God, woo! And a big reveal, and a lot of people had problems when we looked at the first trailer and the footage. We're like, well, what's going on? Who are these people? Where's John Connor? Right?
Yeah.
But it has been confirmed, and the panel, James Cameron himself said Edward Furlong will be reprising his role as John Connor. So, kid from Terminator 2 is coming back. We haven't seen him forever. He dropped out of acting but
yeah. Has he done anything else in acting?
I mean, he has. He was an actor before, and then I don't think he's done much since Terminator 2. But
all right, cool.
A few small things here and there, but yeah. So now they got the whole original cast back. So
Be cool.
I gotta say, I'm getting kind of excited for this movie that I didn't care anything about before. But
yeah, I'll see it. I mean,
yeah,
we'll see.
And then finally, we're going to show you some images here. There is if you're at San Diego, you're going to be bombarded with posters, bus wraps, billboards with the hashtag. What's the hashtag?
Release the Snyder
Release
Cut.
the Snyder Cut bill. Yeah, people want to see the Snyder Cut of Justice League. People who refuse to let go. But yeah, we'll show you. They've got. See here, this is the bus wraps here with Release the Snyder Cut, and it's got like a list of all the quotes of the people saying that there is a Snyder Cut, that Snyder got all the footage he wanted, so they have it there. I mean, they're not even releasing like a script to like appease people, but excuse me. Then we have full on billboards. Yeah. And then like even like building, like the entire building's like
that is crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah. So that is, if you're wondering, that is a lot of money to spend on a futile project that's probably never going to happen.
Right. Yeah.
But the one good thing about it is they raise a lot of money for suicide prevention and awareness, which, if we remember back, is the reason why Snyder had to drop out. His daughter tragically committed suicide. He had to leave the project, and then they brought in Joss Whedon, and that's where everything started going off the rails. I kind of think it went off the rails before that, but so they do a lot of good. So these, they're not just a bunch of crazy people out there like throwing up posters for something like this. They're actually a charity organization that does raises quite a bit of money for a good cause. So
that's cool.
That's crazy though. That amount of like advertisements for that.
Yeah. Hey, some people.
Yeah. All right.
I am super jazzed because it is official. Thor 4 is happening.
It is happening.
Yes. Taika Waititi is signed on to write and direct Thor 4.
Yep.
And Chris Hemsworth is also returning, is apparently assigned a one movie deal with an option for 2 more. So that's cool. That really, really cool. So sadly, that means the Akira movie Taika Waititi was going to make is on hold.
Yeah.
Indefinitely. But still, I'm super jazzed. The last movie was so great.
Yeah.
Him in both Infinity War and Endgame, he was awesome.
Yeah.
Not sure if he's going to play any part in the next Guardians or if they're just going to have separated.
At least mention it.
Yeah, there's got to be something. So
just real quick, Charlie Tango said just dollars to donuts. Snyder's the one backing the.
Oh, maybe.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
That would be funny.
I mean, Thor 4. I mean, of course, we knew if there was going to be one, Taika Waititi was doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
What the most interesting thing about this was the contract Hemsworth signed, because we know he was done, all the major ones. So it's like a one picture deal with 2 options.
Yeah, option for 2 more. That's cool.
So yeah, which not necessarily Thor films.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Right.
Come back for like a new Avengers or some sort of big, finish it up kind of thing.
Because there was a big question mark: are we going to see any of these guys again? Because all their contracts are up, but except for I think the only one of the major ones left was Hulk.
Mark
Ruffalo, yeah. Mark Ruffalo still has 2 more movies on his contract. So.
All right.
But and Akira, it's sad. Apparently, it was supposed to. I mean, we had a release date, and everything. It was set to come out, and then apparently there was script issues. They had to go back to fix some script issues, and it pushed the project back. That would have interfered with Thor.
Yeah.
So, you can't mess with Disney.
No, you can't.
Disney's not going to budge for you, so you're budging for Disney. So they put it on hold indefinitely. They're saying that they still want it to happen. They still want Taika Waititi to do it, and that's why it's on hold indefinitely, because they're not going to bring somebody else in.
All right.
They're committed to doing this project right, which is they're saying all the right things I want to hear about the project. And if it is going to happen, I do want to see Taika Waititi's take on it. So
it'll be interesting to see, because he is not known for that kind of dark.
Yeah, exactly.
That dark material. So. But it'll be interesting to see. It
was like, Akira is one of those animes that changes you as a kid. You're like, I like Robotech and all these fun ones, and then you see Akira and you're like, oh wow, He's like, this is what anime could be like? Okay. Yes, I agree, Charlie. It's Thor 4 is definitely, if I had to pick which one was going to happen, it would be Thor 4.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, that third was just so good that you gotta.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Into controversy time.
Let's talk Little Mermaid casting. If you were on the internet this week or last week, you were aware that up-and-coming actress Halle Bailey.
Bailey, yes.
It's going to keep wanting to say
Halle Berry.
Was been cast as Little Mermaid. Controversy. Yet once again, another redhead losing a role to a black person. It just happens. Jimmy Olsen. If you're a redhead, there's gonna be a black dude replacing you on the screen. It's gonna happen. So everyone, like half the internet, lost his mind. Like, how can you just fictional characters white? Which, I mean, to be honest with you, like mermaids, they were all like Latin American, weren't they? They're Spanish.
Oh, I have no idea. No, I mean,
actually, it was Greek. Well, they weren't called mermaids till.
Yeah, well, you got like Hans Christian Andersen, who's
true. All right,
Scandinavian, so
that's true. But yeah, so now I was okay with it because I mean I didn't really care. I mean these Disney remakes, they're kind of like, I don't know. My favorite ones have already been made. Right?
Yeah.
So I was never a huge Little Mermaid fan, right? But even if I was, I don't think this changing would really affect me a whole lot.
Right.
But there was one of the other things that came out of it was they were saying that that everyone wanted
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews is King Triton, and we're like, yeah, that would be awesome.
Terry Crews is amazing. Guys.
Yeah, if you're gonna make Little Mermaid black, Terry Crews for King Triton. But then they went and cast King Triton, and it's Javier Bardem, who is a good actor, by the way, but he's Spanish.
And not the presence, the physical presence you want for King Triton.
Exactly. He doesn't. Yeah, I'm like, So I don't know where they're going with this Little Mermaid casting thing. What is your opinion on all this?
I don't care. This is one of the ones that I probably would. I'm not interested in seeing all that much.
Yeah, I mean, true.
I will probably eventually see it. There's no way I'm going to see it in the theater. Like you said, Little Mermaid was not one of my Disney movies.
Yeah.
So I didn't even go see Aladdin in the theaters.
And, you haven't seen Aladdin?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Wow.
And it is one of my favorite Disney movies.
That's true.
So I just one of those things. Superhero movies have kind of taken front stage at this point.
Stolen my budget. My my entertainment budget is all spent on superhero movies on Disney.
Here's the stupid thing: is I've got that stupid. Whatever it is,
movie
first.
Pass? First. AMC first?
AMC first. So I can go see 3 movies a week. I just don't have time to go see 3 movies a week.
I just pay AMC for the opportunity. That's a good deal for them because you don't go to see movies.
Yeah. I mean, it's still, if I go see one IMAX movie a month, I'm still making my money.
Yeah.
I'm still coming out ahead. So I figure it's worth doing because I'm going to see one movie on IMAX a month.
Right.
For sure. But I don't go see the extra movies. It would make it a really good deal for me. So
making your full impact on it.
Yeah.
Ben says Aladdin wasn't that bad. Well, saw it last Monday, so yeah. I heard. I was actually sold on the genie when I came to grips with the fact that it's not going to be Robin Williams. It can't be.
It can't be. Yeah,
so you got to go somewhere another take. And I like Will Smith.
Yeah, I do. I like Will Smith a lot. The Jafar guy.
That was my biggest problem with it. I had more problem with him than a genie.
Or the other actors.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I was like, I don't know about this Jafar. He doesn't sound evil enough. But
right, yeah.
Who knows?
It
might be great. I'll get there eventually.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the color of your skin if you if it's done well. And it's I agree. To a point, there's certain people that are like, it just seems kind of like I don't know. Like stunt casting almost, where like for no reason.
Right.
Like if they want to go a different direction, I don't know. I'm saying. Like I'm not really worried about it because, I don't have a whole lot of favorite redhead characters like Annie or Jimmy Olsen or those guys. They've already been replaced by black actors, so
yeah.
You can think of the next famous redhead that's gonna poor redheads, poor gingers, man. They're the ones that get in a shaft here. They're like they need representation in Hollywood. They're losing all these parts.
Yeah.
But now, the other to round out the cast, other cast members are Melissa McCarthy, Aquafina, and Jacob Tremblay as Ursula, Scuttle, and Flounder. Melissa McCarthy is Ursula. That's inspired casting there. I think that's.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
That'll be interesting. Aquafina, I don't know anything about, other than isn't that like the Pepsi version of which Desante water? Isn't that water?
Yeah.
Isn't it water?
Yeah.
All right, I don't know. So
yeah, I have no idea who that person is.
Yeah.
So.
And Jacob Tremblay, he's he's a little kid actor, but he was in, I forget the name of that movie he was in with the messed up face. There was a movie that came out last summer or something like that. He had his face messed up, and he wears space helmet around. I don't know. I don't know the name of this is how my memory works now at my age. I'm like, I was in that one movie, that kid in that one movie with the thing. You remember?
Nope.
Yeah, so that's the rest of the cast. Now, like I said, Little Mermaid, I don't have a problem with any of this casting here. What I do kind of have a problem with is the next little bit, kind of related story here.
Right.
Also blowing up in the news is everyone's reporting that Captain Marvel actress Lashana Lynch is up for the role of James Bond, which now we've got a little bit more information on this, which makes it not as bad.
I'm trying to remember where I saw this story.
But I will say that if there's any truth to that at all, that doesn't make any sense, right? Like first off, if you want to change it up, even if you wanted a black woman in the role as that spy, they had the perfect opportunity there with like Moneypenny. They made an agent, right?
Right.
And then she had that, she worked the desk after the, tragic loss of her partner or whatever. Mm-hmm. I would like to see a movie about her, because there's other 00 agents, right? There's 10 of them. 10 of their licensed to kill special agents. And if you want
9.
Or 9, there's 9 of them.
Yeah.
There is no 00.
000. But, no. So what I heard was she's not playing James Bond.
Yeah.
She's just playing 007.
That's what Charlie Daniels was saying. Yeah. Which is fine if they had like if she. And here's the thing. I'm even like, why don't you just give her? There's like I said, 9 other numbers.
Yeah.
006 or something like that.
And so
because they're changing if they're going to change it that much, like we're not going to watch it, right? It's going to be if it's MI6, it could just be MI6, and just release a whole other thing. I don't know why I guess they want but there's no recognition.
The name recognition, I guess. So theoretically, the rumor is Daniel Craig will be in it.
To hand off
or something along those lines.
Kind of
I mean, there was also the rumors that he was going to hit on her or something like that. So
well, of course, he's James Bond.
So I don't know. We'll see. Which is hilarious. I'm trying to remember who it was who I saw reporting on this because they made the funny quip and was like, that kind of undermines this whole casting idea.
Having James Bond hit on her. Well, it's James Bond. I mean, come on. And I mean, it's like a pass in the torch where he's like, she's taking that new, that rank assignment, the new 007. I'm fine with that, like I said. But but if you read any of the casting, any of the titles out there, it's like the new James Bond. Lashana Lynch is the new James Bond. I'm like, no, she's not.
Yeah.
She's an MI6 agent. She's not going to be playing James Bond. That would make no sense. But
Jane Bond.
That would just be so dumb. I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like you said, you have other agents. In fact, some of the coolest movies of James Bond featured other 00 agents, right? GoldenEye.
Oh, right.
Of course, Sean Bean, you knew he was going to die.
Poor Sean Bean.
Poor Sean Bean.
He dies in all movies. Every movie he's in. That's his shtick.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I fall in with all this changing rate. I mean, also along the same subject, Scarlett Johansson kind of got in trouble with an interview saying that she's an actor and she should be able to play, whatever she wants to play.
I agree with her.
And yeah, I mean, that's kind of what acting is. It's what gets me is when they're like, you can't play a gay person, right? I understand if this is like a black character, you don't want to switch that to a white actor, right? If it's someone traditional. If the race has something to do with who that character is, you shouldn't change it, right? If it doesn't matter, if it didn't do it well, cast whoever. It doesn't matter. But I mean, like you can't. There's no physical look to being gay, right? Anyone can be gay,
right? And that's the thing is there's.
It's called acting. That's what they do.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the big thing. It's called acting. It's
yes.
I mean, the big argument is, this is based on her being cast as a trans
yeah.
person, and then there being a big uproar about there being trans actors or actors, whatever, who could play that role. And then she dropped out of the part.
Right.
And now the movie's not getting made.
And now it's not getting made, yeah.
Yeah. Because, there are trans actors who hopefully could play any role. Right. Not just a trans role.
Exactly. I mean,
but
it's called acting, and there's people that have played different,
And there's something to be said for name recognition.
Yeah. That's how movies get made in Hollywood.
Yep.
Sometimes you need a name to get a movie made.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Right?
Yeah,
and a movie not happening doesn't help anybody. Right?
Right.
I mean, there's, so I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, I totally back up her statement. I understand. Yeah. I understand where she's coming from, and hey.
Right. Exactly.
So,
but yeah, that's the whole casting controversy thing going on here. For the most part, I don't care. But every once in a while, you're like, okay, this doesn't make, any sense when there's the uproar or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like if there's people like not like us, like especially like with when I'm trying to think like when Batwoman, who's the new Batwoman, when she was cast, she wasn't gay enough apparently because she's bi, which I didn't understand that argument at all. I'm like, first off, like you can't see gay. What does it matter who's playing it? Yeah. And it's not like gay actors are not getting jobs in Hollywood. I don't see Sir Ian McKellen not getting jobs.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
I'm just saying, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me, this whole thing. I don't understand it, but then again, I'm old and crusty, so who knows? I'm not in Hollywood, so my opinion doesn't really matter for anything. But comes down to it, Little Mermaid, no problem, as long as it's good. All right. Moving on to our main stories for the day.
Yeah.
Now let's focus back on ComicCon a little bit here because that's like the big thing. Obviously, opening today. What can you do if you can't get into ComicCon, which is most of us? Because to get into ComicCon, just so you know, there is a lottery to get in. We'll just give you like Kirsten. She's going in. She got a Sunday ticket,
right?
Because that's all she could get, and then now she's lucky to get her hands on that, right? So they're going in Sunday, and then once you're in Sunday, you can pre-register for the first lottery for tickets to get in next year, right?
Right.
Which that's how it works now. You can't just go buy tickets to get into Comic-Con.
Yeah, you have to register online for you just have to register when you want to, and then you have to get on the day they release, you have to get into a queue to get an entry into a lottery to then be randomly selected to be able to buy tickets to go to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So, because of that, there are a lot of companies who are doing stuff outside of the convention center. So there's other related events that you can do. For example, you can go to the Comic-Con art show, which will be at the Manchester Grand.
Yeah, it's the Manchester
Hyatt.
Grand. You ever heard of the Manchester Grand? That's a famous hotel.
Manchester Grand Hyatt, which I believe is inland from Seaport Village.
Seaport Village, yes.
It's like a couple blocks up into back into town.
Yeah, and that's going to have like professional artists and comic art stuff going on there. So it's going to have like a ton of cool stuff to see, like original comic art around there. And it's like I said, all these things. These are all free.
Yeah,
they're all free, badge free. You can just go there and just walk into these places.
Right.
The other one is going to be. There's another one. We're going to do 10 of them. There's far more than 10.
Right.
But these are some of the 10 coolest ones we saw. So, the Pokemon Detective Pikachu pop-up, which is outside the Omni Hotel, which I'm not sure where the Omni Hotel is, like right there by.
I think that's the one you were showing with the banners hanging.
Yeah, the banners hanging out. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been to the convention area in a long time, so I'm not positive, but I think that's the Omni.
Yeah. Now that's going to be an immersive walkthrough featuring characters and props from the movie Detective Pikachu. So it's going to be like
nice.
Pokemon walking around and giving away stuff and all kinds of cool stuff. So you can basically it's a walkthrough into that land.
Nice. This is the furthest one away, I believe. Lightsaber battles in Balboa Park.
Yeah.
So there are going to be choreographed performances and competitive tournaments.
Can you imagine this? Yeah. Like,
What? Yeah, I mean, like, remember Lightsaber Kid, Star Wars Kid, or whatever his Lightsaber Kid? I forget what his moniker was now. Doing the Goofy video.
Yeah.
Now this is an official sport in France.
Yeah, true. It's a big deal now.
It is a huge deal. There is, I mean, lightsaber dueling is it's a thing now.
Can you imagine going back and telling your 12-year-old self that not only is Star Wars going to still be around and stuff like that, but they're going to have lightsaber duel is going to be a special sport in France. And
I would have been way more athletic.
True,
because I would have been like, I'm in.
I found a sport I can dedicate.
I'm going to dedicate my life to lightsaber battle.
Yeah, so. I mean that would be cool to watch, especially the choreographed stuff, and then the tournament organized. I mean I'd probably be there if I was there.
And Balboa Park's cool in and of itself. It's right next to the zoo.
Yeah, and this is supposed to be around the fountain. I guess the main fountain.
Okay.
In Balboa Park.
I mean, Balboa Park's big. Balboa Park's pretty big, so just wander around. You'll see a big giant group of Jedi.
Look for you can hear the lightsaber sounds.
Yeah.
Find your way there. Another thing, AMC's Walking Dead Dead X Walker Horde event. Now, this is the one where every day they have a horde walk where they dress a bunch of people up like zombies. You get painted up like zombies, and they walk down the street. And this is at the Petco Park's outfield,
which is right there, south end of the convention hall, right across the street. Yeah, you just walk down a little bit. It's not even a quarter of a mile.
Yeah,
from
Petco Park has a ton of stuff going on there, and we'll get to the rest of it down here. But in the outfield, that's where they're going to be. Where this is going to be, and they're going to get painted up as undead and do the undead horde walk if you're into that. So, and there's going to be lots of they always have posters and images and stuff like that from Walking Dead, the new season coming out, and there's usually goodies and grab bags and stuff like that. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, we've got Fox Animation's Domination Fanfare 2019.
This one sounds cool.
Across from the new Children's Hospital, which I'm not sure where that is. It's an interactive experience featuring carnival rides, a 70-foot tall Ferris wheel, giant lawn games, free treats, giveaways, and sneak peek screenings of Simpsons, Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, and Bless the Hearts.
Which is a new one. Bless the Hearts is a new series.
That's cool. I'd be down for this one.
Yeah. Charlie Taco has someone who teaches lightsaber fighting class at a local park district, so that's awesome.
Nice.
Man, I'd be totally signing up for that. Imagine that if I was an elective. I want lightsaber dueling. Also out there is going to be Adult Swim on the Green. This is behind the convention center.
I bet it's at the south end.
There's
a big green area that's past where Hall H is on the south side.
Yeah.
There's like a new hotel over there. There's a big area where they used to park food trucks and stuff like that. So I'm betting that's where it's at. Because I'm like, there's no green behind the convention center. There's
steps, a walkway, and then ocean.
Marina there. So I'm assuming they meant it's on the south end there.
Yeah. And this is going to be an Adult Swim carnival with Rick and Morty themed rides, a gift shop with exclusive Adult Swim merch, and surprise meet and greets, which I'm kind of curious about. Like who's, so any of these creators of the Adult Swim programs.
Interesting.
So, which is great with these free things that are going on outside the convention. They'll be they'll show off stuff usually you have to be in the con to see exclusive stuff, but they'll be showing exclusive stuff out there. There's giveaways. You just have to be in a con for that, and they also have signings and meet and greets and stuff like that out there. They're outside the convention that you don't need a badge for.
Yeah.
So that's just awesome.
I'm kind of hit my wife up for, hey, let's take a drive down to San Diego.
San Diego, let's check it out.
Check out some of this stuff.
It's a day trip.
Yeah. All right. So then we got Amazon Studios. They're going to be at Martin Luther King Jr. Promenade and First Avenue. I don't know where that is. It's a 60,000 square foot fan experience featuring the series The Boys, The Expanse, and Carnival Row. It's interesting. All right.
So yeah, these are all Amazon Prime series.
That's cool.
But yeah, that's a big area. So yeah, you didn't get a whole lot of information about that, but those are cool things.
Yeah.
I'd like to see information about all that stuff. Another one that seemed really cool to me is the Star Trek Jean-Luc Picard First Duty exhibit. First Duty is his new series that's coming out this year. Yeah. And it's going to be at the Michael J. Wolff Fine Arts Gallery, which I'm not sure where that is.
Nope. No idea.
There'll be tons of props from Patrick Stewart's iconic character through the years. So, like, they mentioned like his uniforms and his flute and all stuff like from him playing Picard. But it's also going to feature props and costumes from the new series as well.
That's cool.
So there's just a walkthrough. Get out of the heat, go to the air conditioning, and walk through Picard, basically museum.
Yeah, see some grapes and I don't know what else. Props from his new thing. That's all we've seen so far.
A bottle of wine, some grapes.
All right, we got the Shazam Philadelphia Winter Carnival outside the Omni Hotel, an interactive amusement park as seen in Shazam with games and activities and props from the movie.
Nice.
So,
are they going to recreate the actual?
I think
Carnival
so.
From
the
the
Winter
movie?
Carnival, yeah.
Okay.
Sounds
cool to me. And then we have the big one. This is the one that Nerdist supports. And
okay.
What's the other?
Geek and Sundry?
Geek and Sundry,
okay.
yeah. So they team up and they have basically different things going on at Petco Park. So it's Petco Park Interactive Zone, which features a lot of stuff. And it's at Petco Park, which is right there by the convention center, like we said.
Yeah.
Let's see, what do you here? Enter another dimension at the Twilight Zone experience at the Lexus Premier Lot. Or check out the Ripley's Believe It or Not exhibit, also in the Lexus lot. The walkthrough will wow attendees with wacky inflatable tube men, pinball machines, the world's smallest car, a Humvee made completely out of lotto tickets. The zone will be home to Rainbow Butterfly, Unicorn Kitty, and Hello Kitty cafe trucks, and a Shark Week exhibit where visitors can check out Sharkzilla, a 40-foot shark.
Nice.
All kinds of crazy stuff. I will tell you this. The Hello Kitty truck is one of the most popular things out there. Like, there is a line to get Hello Kitty merch out of that thing. And all these things bring exclusive con merch that they only offer there.
Right,
it's all limited run stuff.
Yeah.
And when you see pictures of it, you see the Hello Kitty truck. You're like, oh my god, like what's that line for? Like, oh, it's a Hello Kitty truck. But yeah, I mean,
hipsters.
It sounds so crazy. I don't. Petco Park. That's the place to be if you're not in the con. Like,
yeah.
I mean, hard pressed. If I had convention tickets, I'd be like, oh, I kind of want to go check that out. No. If I spent the money on con tickets.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there is a ton of stuff to do. In fact, that is what Kirsten is doing until Sunday, is checking out all these things. So,
yeah, because she's there today. So she's checking out all this stuff. So we'll probably hear about how some of this stuff was.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, get a rundown on some of this. Hopefully she's going to check out some. I know she was going to plan to check out Petco Park, I think. But
yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I can see them doing the horde walk.
Oh, yeah,
the zombie horde
true.
walk. Yeah.
Awesome. I just got like a little preview that you see her cosplay that she's doing.
No, I have not seen them.
Yeah, so. She's cosplaying as
Salem, right?
Salem, yeah, from Ruby. Cool. So, and she was like, showed a picture of her in the makeup. Was like trying to go with her black eyes and red eyes because Salem's got black eyes and red pupils.
Oh, right.
But
okay.
She went with like the full black eyes, which looks awesome. So cosplay looks awesome from what I've seen. We're gonna get full pictures here, hopefully. So, all right. See, we have any comments down here that we missed? Charlie Tango says, smart for these companies, they don't have to pay the space fees, etc. for San Diego Comic-Con. That is true. This is all marketing. All these things are all marketing for all these things, all the shows, and like that, without having to pay San Diego Comic-Con prices for. I can't imagine what exhibitor costs are for their.
They're still going to have to pay Petco Park, Omni Hotel, all that kind of stuff. But it is not convention center.
Right.
They're getting way more space for probably less money.
Yeah. And getting far more foot traffic in there.
Yeah, because it is the outside is growing every year. Mm-hmm. There's more people who can't attend than can, I'm sure. Yeah. So you get way more eyes on your product outside than you do inside. Yeah. So.
All right. Well, on to our smaller stories, our nerd nuggets, our geek bites. Doug's favorite part of this show.
I'm gonna snap one of these days.
God, nerd nuggets. Well, first off, Avengers Endgame refuses to give up the race. The race to number one at the box office. It was declared dead a couple weeks ago when the re-release didn't go over as much as they expected. Mm-hmm. But it did get a boost from Spider-Man, and it's been holding steady at the box office. like last weekend it made where was it?
2.8
million, which is really good for this late in the game.
Right.
And now it has officially, it's outside of the United States, most of the theaters it's out of theaters most there. It's got a few places it can make some money. So it's basically North America that it's focusing on now. It only has 4 more weekends officially, to make money. But it is pulled within just under 6 million. It's like 5.9.
I'm gonna have to go tomorrow.
It's so close at this point. We're like, I won't make it. It'll fall short by about 15 million. Well, now it's under 6 million.
Go every day for the next 4 weeks.
See what kind of blip you can make out of that 5.9 million.
Join me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, here's the thing. Now they're saying like, well, we don't know. It could do it. It's got 4 weekends, right? And the box office has been holding steady. I mean, 2.8 is pretty good.
Well, if it stayed at 2 million for the next 4 weeks, it makes it.
Right. If it drops by half every week, it'll get halfway there. Yeah. But so it just has to stay steady for another week or two.
Yep.
And boom, we're there. So yeah, that's. I know this is a story we've been doing like from 2 months before it came out.
It's Endgame watch.
It's Endgame watch. Yeah.
We're rooting it on.
How much money is it going to make? But yeah, I mean, hell, I kind of want to see it again too, just to
help it out.
Just to help it out when it's that close.
Yeah. All right. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will officially end after season 7 in 2020. Yeah. Sad news.
Well, I mean, it had a good run.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's been I've only watched 3 seasons, so I need to now go back and binge everything.
And the series and a season for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is almost like 2 seasons because it's split in half. Yeah.
It's still only like 22 episodes, I think, isn't it?
Is it? Well, I don't know. I think it's like 24 or something like that, but like 12 and 12, I think.
Maybe. All right.
But yeah. Anyway, it feels like 2 seasons because there's a break in between.
Well,
it shows in the fall, and then it shows the other half in the spring.
Yep.
So, but yeah. All right. So, Amazon Prime, after its success of the new
Jack Ryan,
was really popular. I heard it was good, which is odd. You haven't seen Jack Ryan.
Yeah, I love the
Tom Clancy
stuff.
Yeah,
I'm a Tom Clancy fan. I forget I have Amazon Prime, and that I could watch these shows on it. I don't watch a lot of TV.
Yeah, it's like one of those things
general.
like Amazon Prime. That's for free shipping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's
TV stuff. Okay. So
yeah, but because of this success, they have allowed them to expand outward, and now they are developing a Jack Reacher series from the Scorpion creator Nick Santora. Now, and the creator of Jack Reacher, Lee Child, he will be an executive producer on this as well. Yeah. So now they had 2 successful movies, Jack Reacher movies, with Tom Cruise. The first one was really good. Like, I was surprised, even though once again Tom Cruise is playing someone who he physically does not fit the description of.
Yeah,
like Jack Reacher is supposed to be like tall, blonde, muscular, right?
Right.
And they got Tom Cruise playing him, but I wasn't so attached to that book that I was like, okay,
I can't see you as him.
Yeah, exactly. So to me, I was watching, I'm like, and it was a really good movie. And then the second one, not as good, although it did have Colby Smulders in it, so kind of elevated a little bit for me. But yeah, the first one was really good. So I'm sure Tom Cruise is not doing TV, so they're going to recast. Yeah. And with Lee Childs as the author, as executive producer, we might get a closer version to the book than the movies were. So,
all right,
we'll see that.
Supergirl gets a new costume this season. It's a full suit, no pants, no shorts. I think you meant no skirt.
No skirt,
no shorts.
No pants. She's got no pants.
No pants.
I'm like...
That's a bold choice to go with.
Yeah, so we got a picture here. Yeah. In fact, we had pictures of the cast for Little Mermaid we didn't show, but oh well. See how prepared we are? All right, so this is... There's an official image, but it's all dark and you can't really see much. This is a behind-the-scenes image. You get a better look at the costume. So she's going full Superman costume, full pants, no skirt, no shorts, not even the red shorts, which, I don't know, just kind of, I don't know. I kind of like because one of I like the skirt is because it was a brighter red than her, because all the other reds are muted, right? Her boots and her cape are all dark red.
Oh, right.
Right.
Yeah.
So the red skirt did something, the colors pop a little better.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Not even like not necessarily she has to be in a skirt, but I'm saying like even if they kept her in like like the shorts, like the red shorts.
Oh.
Like give her pants, but have like the
Right,
the old school red underwear on the outside kind of thing.
Yeah.
Something or brighten up the reds that are there.
Right. The cape and the boots and stuff.
So I mean, I don't know. I understand we don't get the super heroines and skirts anymore. I guess that's.
I do love that scene in the first season where she's trying on all the different costumes. That was probably the best season 1 scene.
Right.
Was like no. It's pretty hilarious.
And all of them were like comic book accurate.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, yeah, all right. Now you see it in live action, you realize it is ridiculous. Those costumes are ridiculous, but there you have it. Supergirl getting a new costume.
All right. Oh, I guess this one's yours. I did Supergirl.
Oh, yeah, I guess. So, Disney Plus. Everyone's chomping at a bit to see Mandalorian footage.
Yeah.
Right? Which we're not going to get until D23.
Oh, right.
So
okay.
no ComicCon Mandalorian stuff. Disney's holding on to that for...
Which is in August.
Which is in August,
we got a little while to wait.
Yeah, sadly. But apparently they are not skimping on this production of this, even though it's TV. I know we heard some of the budgets they're banning about for the Marvel movies, and they're saying like for Marvel shows, or they're doing like it would be a full movie budget for an 8-episode.
Right, thing. Which this essentially.
Well, this essentially is. It's $15 million an episode for the Mandalorian.
For 8 episodes.
So, yeah. That's
and they're pleased enough that they've already greenlit.
Yeah, he's already working on. Yeah, Favreau said he's working on season 2 of Mandalorian. So,
I'm pretty jazzed about this. I think it's going to be fun. It's a cool time period they're selecting.
Yeah. Out of all the don't get me wrong. I'm excited for episode 9. Right?
Yeah.
To see it out and everything like that. But I think I might be a little more excited about the Mandalorian. I'm really jazzed about this.
And here's the cool thing, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I like Star Wars world. Mm-hmm. I like the world building. Yeah. I like the fact that we're going to do an underworld thing. I want to keep visiting Sith versus Jedi.
Like Charlie Chang was like, Disney can afford it. It's not like they're hurting for cash.
No. And this is going to drive people to the subscription service.
Yeah,
it's going to get people to Disney Plus. So it's in their best interest to hit a home run with the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
To show people that, hey, we can do Star Wars right. So I want to see all the stuff that we could do. I want to see more. I'm looking forward more and more now to the Cassian Andor show because I like that spy, resistance, the rebellion,
kind of the gritty underworld
of the rebellion time period, like I don't want to say Inglourious Bastards, but that kind of like
I know what you mean.
Like you're
it's a war movie.
You're the underdog. You're in a war movie.
Yeah.
You're the underdog.
Rogue One was a war movie.
Rogue One was great.
Yeah.
I like the underworld themes.
I like Cassian Andor. I like the character.
I like that character. I like that actor.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see that again. I do want to revisit though Jedi versus Sith. I don't want to leave that, and I want more epic space battles.
Right.
So I'm hoping they develop different properties that hit all of these areas. And it's a wide universe, and this allows you to world build.
Yeah.
Get more people who didn't read the extended universe books and stuff to know what's going on in the rest of the Star Wars galaxy. So I think it'll be awesome.
Right.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Are you looking forward to? Well, I know I'm really looking forward to this, but how do you feel about the D.B. Weiss, David Benioff, Old Republic series or movies that they're doing?
If that's in fact what they are doing, I'm pretty excited about it.
Pretty much almost confirmed that's what they're doing. So
here's the thing.
How precious is the Old Republic to you?
Not terribly. I'm fine if they do take some creative liberties that go away from the game or whatever, because there's about half the comic stuff is really cool, and about half of it is really dumb. So I'm fine with whatever they do. I want to see Revan on screen, but I don't want to. They're not going to do a Revan movie that's just a retelling of the KOTOR game. There's no way.
Well, no, not like that. It's going to be different.
Yeah, and people are going to get upset if they do that. If they go, yeah, we're going to do a Revan movie, but it's going to be totally different than what you experienced in the game.
If they go nice with the Old Republic, where, say like he's not his full power because he's got his memory's not, he doesn't remember everything that he's got, that little team, that he has in the game. And he's flying on his ship doing that stuff. Oh man,
they're not going to do that.
They're not going to do that. But I don't know. I want to see Revan. I want to see Revan in all his glory at some point on screen. And I don't know.
Here's what I hope.
More and more, I'm leaning towards the Keanu Reeves casting as Revan. Because he looks.
I didn't know. This is something I didn't know I needed.
Yeah, I'm like, the art images of Keanu Reeves. Plus, it's Keanu Reeves and Revan, two of my favorite people in one. Look at that. Yeah. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the for the Knights of the Old Republic stuff. The Old Republic, for me, I've read all the Old Republic stuff, all the books, the comics, the role-playing game stuff. Mm-hmm. I've read it all. We even played role-playing games in that.
Right. Yeah.
Played all the video games. I still into Star Wars, the Old Republic, Knights of the Republic, or Old Republic.
The MMO.
Yeah.
I played it today.
So, I don't know how I feel about the whole thing because, at first I was like, D.B. Weiss and David Benioff, that's awesome that they're doing this. And then we got Game of Thrones Season 8, where they're pretty much on their own. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it now at this point. I want to see it. I want to see it happen. This is like one of those things. It feels like one of those things you're like, you always say, I always want this, but, in your back of your mind, you're like, this is never going to happen. This is like one of those pipe dreams. They're never going to do an Old Republic movie or series or whatever. A series, I think it would be an awesome series on Prime.
Here's the thing. I would rather see a movie that covered what happens between the first trailer when they come back to Korriban to the last trailer where they destroy the Jedi Temple. I'd rather see a movie that was set there. That covered that whole war, and Revan's just a figure in the past that they mention. They talk about him.
Yeah, but then we get to see Revan because
he's got his daughter. What's that?
Revan's in prison during that time period. So we wouldn't see Revan. I don't know.
But I think
that would be a good story, though.
It would be a way better story with more freedom to do whatever they want to do. They could even go with the, here's
Ben, Darth Bane. You and your Darth Bane, Ben.
No, you don't. They're not going to do, most likely, they could surprise me, but they're most likely not going to do anything that directly covers a figure from Legends that has been well fleshed out.
Yeah,
they're going to want to address.
They want a blank slate.
This is why Malgus is perfect, because there's not a lot on Malgus. You see him at the beginning and at the end. You don't know what happened in between. Yeah. You see some iconic moments of like how he gets scarred up and stuff like that, but otherwise you don't see any of that.
Darth Malgus is awesome too.
Yeah, he's a great character who they've not super well developed. So you can have Satele Shan, you can have Darth Malgus, you can have.
So you're talking MMO era, for the movies.
Yeah, I think it would be awesome. And you got a war going on. There's plenty happening.
There's tons of Sith Lords.
There's tons of Sith. There's tons of Jedi. You can have massive lightsaber. Just think of seeing that scene from them attacking the Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
In
real life,
live action.
When the ship door opens and all the red lightsabers light up.
Yep.
That's an awesome scene.
I mean, there's a lot they could do on that front. Who knows? Although there's a lot of rumors that they're going to go even further back in time, and they're going to go to the founding of the Jedi Order. If they're going to do that, they would have to do.
I have very little interest in
when the Dark Jedi broke away, because otherwise, what's the conflict?
Yeah, that
you're working with. So, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Until we get something clear cut, we're just daydreaming at this point until they say something. It's just
that's true.
just fantasizing.
Oh man, yeah. I'm like, I don't know, but we do have Mandalorian coming. We know that's a fact.
Yeah,
and we do have Episode 9, the last of the Skywalker, I guess.
Yeah.
Trilogy of trilogies.
Keep our fingers crossed. I mean, yeah, we'll see.
I'm hoping J.J. Abrams can bring us home strong, and then I have faith in Jon Favreau and The Mandalorian, just because all the people that have seen it, and Disney has so much faith in it at this point. They're like,
yeah. Well, and check out Thor Skywalker. He's a cool YouTuber who does a lot of Star Wars theory videos, and he makes a great point that Anakin needs to be involved in this somehow. He needs to show up because it's his story. When you look at all
Episode 9,
no, the whole Skywalker arc is his story. It's his fall, his redemption, and now his descendants screwing up.
That's true.
What he did in the first place, and not a
Yeah.
You got to stop the person he went all out to try and stop.
If you're gonna be evil, come on, you got to do it right. You're half-assing it, and I don't know. So
who knows how things are gonna go? But I kind of agree that you've
got to have Anakin to open it up and close it out.
Yeah. And Hayden Christensen was at Star Wars Celebration when they brought Ian McDermott. Is that his name? Ian McDermott out as Palpatine. They were both there, kind of celebrating the prequels and stuff. So maybe they're just keeping under wraps that he's in, that his Force Ghost is going to show up or whatever.
Right.
That'd be awesome. Him and Luke Force Ghosts together.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool. Although he's him younger.
I know he's
his son. Whatever.
Oh well,
they could, hey,
he died younger.
Well, and here's the thing: is they can de-age Luke, like they did in the movie. You de-age him.
We know Disney can do that pretty well.
Yeah, and then just age Hayden Christensen to kind of swap their places. So,
oh man.
Although there's no clear reason why he would be an older Force Ghost than he was in the special edition Return of the Jedi. But
it strikes me is that these conversations, Star Wars conversations, kind of like when we were younger, when we were kids, we'd have these same kind of conversations. Wouldn't it be cool if they did this? And then now there's actual possibility of this stuff happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
holy crap. Who knows? It's a crazy world out there. Well, guys, I'm sure there will be a ton of more news about ComicCon coming out in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
This is just day one, folks, and we got all this cool stuff. This is Thursday.
Recap next week. We go down through everything.
They teach Christian to act. I think a lot of it, I mean, granted, he's matured more, but I think a lot of it was direction.
Well, and here's the thing. He was pretty good in the third one.
Yeah. Second one, he was awful though.
He was, yes,
he was. Some of that dialogue, but I think some of the dialogue was awesome.
So was Natalie Portman.
Yeah,
and she's a pretty fantastic actress. So it was
a lot of direction.
It was lines that they were given and direction.
There was some of the chunkiest dialogue and awful dialogue that I've seen. As the problem was, he did everything. The big problem with the prequels is that George Lucas did not do what he did in the first ones. Because the first ones he wrote. And then his friends scripted it pretty much. He passed off the scripts to his friends, and they helped him flesh it out, right? And he had other directors come in and direct.
And his editor's his ex-wife now.
Yeah,
I think isn't he divorced? So he didn't have the fantastic editor he had for Star Wars.
Yeah, who, if you read about how she saved the ending of Star Wars.
She saved Star Wars in the edit.
Yeah.
So
Star Wars is a collaborative effort, and then the prequels are pretty much all George Lucas.
Yeah. There's nobody on set to say, no, that's a stupid idea.
Yeah. No one to hold him back and go like, we could do that, or, Yeah. All right, Ben, we'll see you. We missed you, buddy. Glad you could make it back for the podcast.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, that about does it for us. Like I said, keep your eye out. There's a ton more news going to be dropping in the next couple days from Comic-Con. I know we are.
Yeah.
And then Kirsten will be back next week. Maybe we'll have some footage or something from Comic-Con, which you saw walking around, some of the stuff we talked about today outside of con. So we really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends if you haven't. I know most of you guys watch this the next day, Friday on YouTube. But if you listen to it, we'll be up on Saturday. It'll be up on Stitcher and iTunes.
Yeah.
And every place else you listen to podcasts, which actually no, it won't just be on those two because that's all we link to right at this point.
Yep. I'm lazy and haven't tried to figure out. Well, some of them you have to pay for.
Yeah.
And I haven't kept up on what new venues have come out since we set everything up. So,
all right, night, Charlie. Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll be back again next week. Now, there may be a slight chance that we might have to switch days around.
Oh, yeah.
Due to my new work schedule. Slight chance. But we'll let you know. We'll put out a little video if we do. I'll let you know when that will be.
Cool.
But, all right, guys. We'll see you next time. If you want to support us and the channel and the things that we do here, Doug, how can they help us out?
When this is on YouTube, there will be some links in the description to our Teespring store.
Which will be tomorrow. Tomorrow the links will be on.
Yeah. Our Teespring store, and if you're watching live now, just go to one of our other videos.
The links
there.
Are all there.
Amazon affiliate link, do some shopping there. We'll get a kickback and help us out. Or you can check us out on Patreon, and there should be a Patreon announcement coming out soon. We've not been very active on Patreon lately, but I am deep into editing our reactions to My Hero Academia. So once we've got a bank of those, a pretty good bank of those, I'm going to start releasing those every other week for Patreon exclusively.
Yep.
And that will be the main. That'll be the main reward for Patreon at this point.
All the reaction videos we can't put on YouTube.
Yes, that kind of thing. Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. And as we go out, once again, the rock folk punk hero Andy Warpigs will play us out with another one of his geek folk punk songs.
Yeah.
It's hard. You can't really define the genre. He just is.
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.